So one of the things the other side is constantly barking at me about, it's to limit my social media. They're always saying, Christine, put the electronics down. They want to make sure that I am living my life instead of being codependent. They are worried that people have come to rely on their phones, computers, social media, etc. too much to where they're not living their lives and they're not mentally and emotionally present when they're having dinner with their friends and family. Are you actually checked into the conversation and really truly listening to what they're saying? Or is your mind somewhere else? Are you thinking about how your Facebook post is doing or how your Instagram post is doing? Are you focused on your ego? You put yourself out there, right? Are you wondering how many likes you got? Are you wondering how many followers you have? How well received was that post? It feeds your ego, right? What comments are people making? Are they complimenting my photo? Are they saying, hey, that's cool? What kind of feedback am I getting? Is it positive? Is it negative? Is this experience feeding your ego or is it hurting you? Now, the interesting part is I made a video called Are You Dating a Narcissist back in May of 2015. Since then, it has got 124,000 views on YouTube, right? So that by far is the most amount of views I've gotten on YouTube. My other videos don't really compare to that number, right? So I almost feel like that was the other side's way of saying, if our girl makes normal videos that aren't about the other side, they do really well. When she makes videos that are about the other side, not as many people watch them. I almost feel like it was them like showing people that I can be normal if they wanted me to. I could get more likes if they wanted me to. Like they have control over the content because my videos are channeled. I make videos about what they want me to. So I saw the 124,000, views on that video and I was like, cool, hey, that's awesome. But everything's relative. So along comes Justin Bieber and he looks at that and he's like, dude, my Despacito video got 4.4 billion views. That's nothing. And I'm like, whoa, my ego just got squashed because everything's relative, right? How much influence do you have? How many likes do you have? Ego, 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 ego. I'm not allowed to function based on ego. I'm not allowed to worry about how many likes I have. As a matter of fact, the other side asked me to ignore it so that I can just put my content out there. So that took years to get me there, to try so the other side could successfully desensitize me to that. But how does that affect people? People who haven't had the crap kicked out of their soul by the other side. How does that affect them? Oh, I got a lot of, dislikes on this video, or I, barely got any likes on this photo or whatever. It could toy with your emotions and kind of send you on a bit of an emotional roller coaster. So just be careful with that. Just make sure that you are putting things in perspective because it could negatively affect your self-image, self-esteem, self-worth, whatever. So try not to define yourself by that. Try to just be your most authentic self, shine authentic light. Try not to let that affect you. But the problem is it does. Because we're not made of stone. So it's a genuine concern for the other side. What kind of blows are you taking from that? Now, another thing is that they are asking you to come from a place of self-love, right? Are you getting negative comments on your Facebook page? Are you talking about religion and politics, and are you just getting attacked because of your views? What are you allowing to happen to your soul? The other side's going to hold you accountable for that. They're going to hold you accountable, so they're going to ask you to forgive and delete. They're going to ask you to delete those comments instead of having it escalate and get into a huge fight with the person. So they would rather have you just forgive and delete that comment as opposed to getting involved in that negative energy. So make sure you're also coming from a place of self-protection and self-love. If someone's calling you a stupid, moronic idiot, delete it. but still that affects you because they're insulting you in front of an audience. It's not just the two of you standing there talking, it's in front of everyone else. So again, it goes back to your ego. So self-esteem, self-worth, are you making yourself vulnerable by putting this post out there? You're welcoming comments, you're welcoming opinion and judgment. So with that comes a bit of a price as well. So just be sensitive to that. Another thing is, another form of self-love, they're saying, is actually self-discipline. And self-discipline is really hard. I mean, you need to exercise this, like, all the time. It's not like it ever goes away or you can ever relax. Self-discipline is a really big deal because what if you broke up with your boyfriend or your girlfriend and you're trying to heal from this breakup and you've suffered an incredible loss? I've said this before and I'll say it again. There's no difference between your best friend passing away and you breaking up with your boyfriend or girlfriend. Because either way, if you never speak to each other again, there's not really a whole lot of difference. So if I'm talking to someone in a session and I know that they just experienced a breakup, that like immediately triggers for me, okay, best friend just died, let's go into that mode. It feels the same way. You lost the person that's the closest to you, that you shared all your, intimate thoughts and feelings with. That is a huge, devastating loss, okay? Your angels are probably going to be crying for you out of, sympathy. I mean, obviously, sometimes it's a blessing if they were bad for your soul, whatever, but still, you're going to be getting a lot of sympathy for the pain, the sadness, and the loss, and you need time to heal. What are you going to do in order to help yourself heal from this breakup? Are you going to go on Facebook and check their page 20 times a day because you miss them and you're hurting? What are you doing to your soul? What are you doing to your soul when you check their Facebook page? You are literally like torturing yourself. How is this person doing? How come they're smiling in this photo they just posted? Why do they look so happy? Oh my gosh, they're happier without me. Who's that girl that he's with? Who does he have his arm around? Click on her. Find her profile. Look at all her photos. What? She's a doctor? I'm not a doctor. Oh, she makes more money than me. She's more successful than I am. Oh, she's better looking than I am. Compare. Compete. Jealousy, pain, sadness. What did you do? You did yourself a gigantic disservice. Ignorance is bliss, people. Ignorance is bliss. And I got news for you. What do you need at the end of the day to prevent yourself from hurting yourself and to try to promote healing? What do you need at the end of the day? You need cold, hard self-discipline. And I don't care if you have to slap your hand away from, your phone 20 times a day. It gets easier day after day after day. Curiosity killed the cat. I'm just saying, this is a huge problem when people are trying to move on from each other. Because social media energetically reconnects you. I know, I've done it. I'm sensitive to energy. I can feel it in my stomach. Don't look at their Facebook for 10 days. Look at their Facebook. I automatically feel us reconnected in my energy center. And I'm like, oh, I can feel it. Energetically, you need to move on too. So it's like taking a step backward. It's like the other side's trying to help you heal energetically, and then you just took a step backward. So you're only hurting yourself. Just keep this in mind, you guys. Self-protection, and it's not mean. It's not like you don't care about them anymore. It's not like you don't care how they're doing. It's not like you don't love them. It's self-love. Pure, hardcore self-love healing. Help your heart heal. Help your heart heal. This is just, it's hard because another part of the jealousy is, just competition. You guys are sitting there trying to one-up each other. And so then you have to worry about competition where, oh, you went on 3 dates this week? Well, I went on 6 dates this week. And it's just like, how much can you possibly hurt each other? I mean, how far does this go, you guys? I mean, what if I'm sitting here talking about two big people who really aren't trying to hurt each other? But what if there's two people that really are trying to hurt each other? What if they really are trying to stick it to you? They're not going to say, hey, I'm trying to screw you up via my social media. They're not going to say that. They're just going to do it. Maybe they suspect you're looking at their stuff and they're just going to try to mess you up in the head and the heart. Just to stick it to you. Not everybody's a big person. Competition, you know? And also we have to worry about our overactive imaginations, where you look at the person's profile and maybe they were just hanging out with a female friend, but your overactive imagination already has them married with kids. Right? Because we imagine the worst. We don't want to be played as fools. So, oh, men and women can't be friends. That's impossible. Let's just make ourselves jealous and blah, 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 you know. Maybe they really are just friends. Maybe something really isn't going on. They're just hanging out talking. But our imaginations, we don't want to be the fool. So in order to protect ourselves, in order to be safe, err on the side of caution, we automatically assume the worst. And that's not always what's going on. So it's like you want to give somebody the benefit of the doubt, but you can't because you're hurting, and you just end up kind of flushing yourself down the toilet. So you have to be really, really careful with that. Competition is very real, and people are constantly trying to, you know, one-up each other. Oh, my life is better than yours. You know, so forget about the breakup scenario. What about just life in general? Here's all my social media posts. My life is so much better than yours. Oh, I'm living a higher level of existence. Oh, I'm having so much fun. You know, why aren't people posting pictures of themselves cleaning their litter box, vacuuming, going to the DMV? I don't know. I did post a couple of those photos, and they didn't really get as many likes. I guess they weren't as exciting as the other photos. But that's the problem, is we post the good stuff and not really a whole lot of the bad stuff. So the other side is saying that it's not really reflective of real life. Social media is not really reflective of real life all the time. Now, you know, they are really just saying this to make you aware. Like, they're really just trying to raise awareness and kind of make you aware that this is a bit of a false reality. But here's the question. I mean, if this is a false reality and it affects your view of society at large and your view of the world, and it's a false reality, how does that make you feel about yourself? Like, your life sucks and you have nothing going on and you don't have enough friends and you don't have enough on your social calendar, you don't have enough plans. How is this affecting you? They just want you to be aware. They're not asking you to throw your social media out the window. They're asking you to limit it, compartmentalize it, and put it in a place, because it has a place in your life. That's fine. Some people opt not to be on social media at all. That's fine. I've done both, where I've gone off of it, I've gone on it, I've gone off of it, I've gone on it. Now, one of the reasons why I went back on it was because friends and family. I got friends and family scattered all over. You know, Vegas, Tokyo, you know, back east. So that's why I really like Facebook, because I can keep in touch with everybody via Facebook. I can see photos of my niece in Japan. You know, so social media has a lot of benefits, obviously. I can speak my truth. It empowers people to speak their truth and to shine their light and to put themselves out there and speak about things that they're passionate about. Anti-bullying, you know, animal rescue, whatever you want to talk about, right? That's a great platform for it. Tweeting, right? But it's really about the awareness of how it's making you feel and trying to make sure you are getting the most out of it and protecting yourself from the other aspects that could really drag you down and lower your vibration. That's really what this is all about, is preventing you from lowering your vibration. So this is a concern for the other side. You know, just you paying closer attention to, you know, the self-esteem aspect, the false reality aspect, the codependent aspect. You know, are people just actors, you know, just characters acting in a play? Are they putting on a show? Or are they shining authentic light? Because the other side is saying that it's really important to connect in person. They're saying, we want you guys connecting in person. Don't forget your friends and family. Don't forget your relationships and how important they are in person, and connecting in person and being present in the moment. You know, are you hanging out with a bunch of checked out zombies at the dinner table who are sitting there just on their phone and ignoring you? Hey, over here, I'm right in front of your face. Remember me? Do you care? You know, that's what the other side is trying to foster, is that, you know, interpersonal connection. So they're saying, you know, life is hard. Life is hard, and everyone is fighting their own battle. And to just remember that. Because if you go on social media and it's the land of butterflies and rainbows and everybody's out with their friends drinking and having a great time while you're scrubbing your toilet, just remember to look closer. And that might not necessarily be what's really going on. And in the meantime, take care and be well. Thank you.